All right, here we go with extra time as we recover from the Serie A ending, which was some ending, wasn't it? Yeah, there was a lot of in the Serie A today. Jordan...
Not for Empoli.
No, not for Empoli. Jordan, already anticipating the lovely summer transfer season, has a good point to make. He said Coutinho wanted out of Liverpool, Neymar wanted out of Barcelona, Sanchez wanted out of Arsenal. Is there a developing theme that players should be careful what they wish for, i.e. Hazard and Griezmann in particular? Maybe you can throw a couple of others in there. Players wanting to leave for fresher pastures, maybe bigger pastures.
I get two of the three.
Yeah. It's true.
Coutinho and Sanchez.
Yeah.
I don't get Neymar wanting to leave Barcelona.
Oh, you get those, why those two wanted to leave?
Yeah, I understand why those two wanted to leave, but the Neymar one is the one that I was really shocked at.
Couldn't be the man, could he? It was already the man.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but can't argue with the point. You know, the names.
It's strange in some regard where, you know, you look at the great teams of years gone by. You know, they always had a top man, and everybody knew their stations, so to speak. Nowadays, in the modern era, it seems that that's gone nowadays. Everybody wants to have his team. Everybody wants to have his say on who's coming to the club, which is. It's completely foreign to me. It's unheard of as far as I'm concerned. I thought as a footballer we were just paid to turn up, train well, do the best you can on Saturday and win trophies.
Would Hazard or Griezmann struggle in the same way that some of those above mentioned have struggled? Or would it be different?
Obviously I know more about the Hazard situation. I personally thought that they did a deal with him before the season started because he played with a bit of a smile on his face. There's no doubt that he's a fantastic player. He's put his miles in for Chelsea. If he wants to go, it's maybe similar to the Petr Cech thing where Abramovich says, "Okay, roll on," you know. I think Hazard deserves that one big. If Real Madrid want him, I'd love to see him play for Real Madrid.
But there's no guarantees, is there, at the Bernabeu? No. Anything could happen.
No, there isn't.
Gab, let's bring you in on the next. So Ted, who's a regular provider of questions, wants to know who you think out of the two Milan teams might have a brighter future over the next 5 years.
I'm gonna say Inter for the simple reason that they've gotten a lot of their ducks in a row off the pitch already. I mean, 65,000 people showing up at the San Siro every week to go and watch this Tripe shows the amount of support and the amount of love that the fans are willing to give them. Commercially, they've grown, and they're out of the financial fair play settlement. Now, the next step is really, really important, whether they keep Spalletti or more likely go with somebody else. You know, they have to get that right in the transfer market. Milan's issue is Milan are further behind in their development, because remember, this time last year, they were still owned by the snake oil salesman who didn't have any money, and who eventually defaulted on his loan, and that's how these new owners at Elliott came in. And they've inherited a mess. You know, Milan still facing financial fair play sanctions from the era before Lee Yong-hong, as well as the summer and the crazy spending that happened during the Lee Yong-hong era. They have serious issues to sort out, and that's frustrating for them, because you've got an ownership that's willing to invest, that has invested some, but I think it's still a long road ahead. Good news is they're better off today than they were 2 years ago.
Has Gab ever eaten tripe?
I wanted to ask Gab what the Italian for tripe was, because I think we need to know.
That would be Tripe.
Gab, have you ever eaten it? I'm assuming you've tried it.
I have, yes, in fact, and you can ask Matteo Bonetti about this, because Tripe alla Milanese, so tripe Milanese style, is one of the traditional dishes from my hometown of Milan, and supposedly Matteo's too. Can't imagine he ate too much of it down in Miami, but you never know.
I think they served it up in the hospital he was born, Gab, but that's a different story.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim, have you ever had tripe?
Gab, next one. I'll stay with you on this first. If Bayern get Sane and Timo Werner, who they've been linked with, alongside Lucas Hernandez and Benjamin Pavard, would it be the strongest summer transfer window in recent history? That's a lot of ifs, I guess, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as big on Lucas Hernandez and Pavard as some people are, just simply because of the sums involved, especially with Hernandez. But you throw in the fact that Tolisso only came back at the end of the season, basically missed the whole year effectively. If you use an Arsene Wengerism, he's like a new signing. And if they can get Sane too, Sane, Gnabry, Werner, Lewandowski, Muller, you got a lot of Coleman, you got a lot of options there. You have a midfield that, if people are fit, is still very solid with Thiago and Goretzka, Javi Martinez, Kimmich, everybody loves, and you have some depth at the back. So if they can put those pieces together, Sane, I think, is still far, far away from his ceiling as a footballer.
Stevie, any feelings on this? This be a blockbuster summer for Bayern if they can get these two to go with those two fullbacks. The Gab's not sure they need.
It doesn't make me go, oh, everybody else in Europe better watch out in the Champions League. It doesn't make me do that. No, I don't. No.
Nope. I'm more interested in the tripe, to be honest, because where I come from, tripe and onions is an absolute delicacy.
Ooh.
In Lancashire, in Bolton, it's absolutely top gravy.
You add onions to anything, it makes it better, doesn't it?
Absolutely it does.
Gab, does Inter qualifying for the Champions League mean that Icardi might stay after all? Asks Alex H.
I think actually whether Icardi stays or goes is probably unrelated. I think a lot's going to depend on the new manager or indeed the old manager if Spalletti sticks around. I still think it's more likely that he's going to go. And incidentally, Spalletti was very, very harsh speaking after the match tonight, at the way he feels that he's been treated, with everybody assuming that Conte's coming in or somebody else. My guess is that he will move on unless there's a new boss and he says, no, look, I'm going to try to build bridges with Icardi, get him back to where he wants to be. He's going to sign a new contract and he's going to stick around. But that's unlikely.
Yeah, finally. Gab's hogging all the questions today, guys. Hope you're okay with that.
No, fine on.
Plow on.
Sierra is very eagle-eyed and points out that the pocket square seems familiar, Gab. Do you own any other ones?
I do. I own a whole bunch of them, actually, and they all look alike, actually. I do have some in different colors, which I might break out. Also, it's nearly Memorial Day, which means that I'm now allowed to wear light-colored blazers. So you might see some new combinations now.
Ooh.
Many different pocket squares in the closet of Mr. Marcotti.
You got yours, Jim?
No, I haven't got one today.
You got one. Yours is camouflage, though.
Yeah.
I normally have one, but I didn't have one today.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear them, though? Or you do sometimes?
Mine doubles as a bottom of a pocket.
It's 2 for 1.
Yeah.
It's 2 for 1, this lad.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I use it. I can put stuff in it as well. And then when I don't want to put stuff in it, I just do like that, and it looks $1 million.
I know certain people that used to tuck a little.
Like most of his pockets, there's not a lot in most of them.
They're always empty, so you can pull out the. It's too easy, Stevie.
Too easy.
Dear.
I know certain people that used to tuck a little bit of paper into the top pocket. I did.
When you were at school?
Because you get scissors out and then cut it like that into your.
No, you do the up and down, the zigzag one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that looks crown on the head, yeah. ESPNFC back tomorrow. We'll have a championship playoff final to review. We will know who's in the Premier League, Villa or Derby, and we will tell you all about it.